Well, hello, I'm back with TeeZar the Fire Cat. And now I have to. And what has happened is I've managed to pick up the ability to swap my weapons, but I have to go kill something with the rest of the staff first to actually start up that skill line. So I'm going to quickly get rid of the endeavors here. They're all pretty simple, and doing that, I can activate the rest of the staff line. Right after that, I'm going to go look at our houses because I've just picked up Panther Fang Chapel and I'm looking for ideals on what to do with the place. So let's see, our endeavors, the daily, complete one quest, okay, kill a couple of minotaurs or something, chop some wood. Good enough, this should be done really quickly. Now it's to go kill the wisp mother. Have to swing around and knock off a couple of goblins for her. Mary likes it when you kill goblins. No treasure chest, but oh well. Okay, that wasn't too hard, and we picked up one of the kill dangerous foe. Now, that's still kind of annoying, but oh well. Oh, I should be able to level the skill line up pretty quickly. I think I break more picks on the easier locks because they give me too much time to think about it. The harder locks, you can't fool around with stuff like that. Okay, off to complete the quest. Yeah, by the time I get out of here, all the quests should be completed. Wonder what was attacking her. Oh, jeez.
This looks ripe for adventure. Maybe found overripe.
Come on, we've been here before. Now, finished that endeavor. The reason these fights are taking so long is I'm using the resto staff exclusively because I need to level that up. And let's see where I'm at here. Oh, good, finally. Get rid of this grand healing. That might work on that. Then I have some offensive capabilities with the resto staff. I mean, I have healing capabilities with it. Pretty much the only useful capability for the most part. Let's see what this is. Now that's not impressive a skill. That right there, the obsidian shards, not all that impressive. Now, I need to pick up that one more. grabbed all those. We'll go back out here and fight whatever this thing was here. Well, that was all fairly easy.
We'll find decent friends.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
Your timing is impeccable. I'd hoped to find Velastin. Velastin will be expected. She did most.
And they start up with the Mages Guild quests and all the others. Because we've hit certain levels, I think level 16.
As from
No, level 17.
Nothing.
I'm waiting for that to come open. Dragon blood here. Petrified there. You sort of map out what skills you're looking to put on your character. And then start gaining experience for those skills. I like this better than Destructive Touch because that stuns people. Okay, the Dark Brotherhood started, the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Psijic Order, and Thieves Guild. Kind of want to at least start all these guilds because of their beginning passives, and it pretty much depends on what type of character you want to run, which one of these you go all the way up to level 10 or 12 or whatever it is. Don't worry about those a little later. Swiftly Forgotten, however, is useful because you will end up inadvertently stealing something or getting a bounty on you, and it's a good idea to at least have a way to have that bounty decreased quickly. Oh good, an extra Khajiit skill. Crafting I'm not going to worry about too much just yet. Okay, now I'm going to take a break from actually running around and killing things. I'm going to go look at some of my houses, maybe give me an idea of what I can do with my newest house. And for anybody interested, see what you actually can do with other houses. Okay, this is my version of Sleep Creek. It's one of the first houses I actually bought and decorated a long, long time ago. There have been a few upgrades. I had my friends wandering around. I used this mainly, the idea was a trading outpost, but a more permanent business office for my Khajiit family. Here we receive guests and conduct trades and other things. Over here is the eating and the preparation area for foods. Here we're making, I don't know what. I'm sure one of my alchemist Khajiit characters or something is doing some sort of interesting experiment here. This is where our supplies come in. We have her here. This is the pool area where I collected various corals and things from Somerset usually. And this is the production area. I left most of the plants where they were unless they got in the way of my placing things. Up here is the offices and sleeping quarters. Sort of like one of those efficiencies you can see: sleeping area, work area, poison making area. Anyway, this is my version of Sleep Creek. Now on to the next house. We're going to go to the gardener house. Here we are. This is set up more like a, I don't know, a labor union local, or with a pub installed in the business office. This is the first place I actually decorated just to have something look nice instead of being completely functional. This is also one of the first places I got where the various NPCs that wander around actually look like they belong here. The other entranceway, more or less the back doorway. And the rest of the office. Oh yes, I have cats and stuff in here. We'll go downstairs real quick. Down here, reception area. Here's where all the food gets produced. They didn't really have better. I have to replace that with the Khajiit or Elsewhere grill. They didn't really have good ones back when this one was built or when I designed this house. A small dining area for exclusive parties of guests and things. The workstation down here. And now we'll go upstairs and model this more along the line the Northern European pubs, rest houses, and things. This is where more of the business is conducted for trade, and the upstairs bedrooms. Considering most of this was decorated before there were a lot of DLCs or chapters produced, it actually turned out pretty nice. I like a lot of the more modern furniture better. I have a few things like that here. And now to the next house. I own a lot of these, but a lot of them are just simply hotel rooms in an inn that I used to port back and forth. Not that one yet. We'll go here briefly. This is one of those little rooms in the inn that we're coming up to. And they all look basically like hotel rooms in business inns. With the mandatory banker and merchant plus storage in case I need to transfer places quickly. Transfer items and things quickly. Now we'll go to a place that I really wanted to actually like, but somewhat disappointing. Moon Sugar Meadow. I know there are people who've done amazingly good stuff with this area. I'm not one of them. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what to do with this place. And the problem I'm having here is that it's just, in some ways, you can do too many things with it. You can have it as an archaeology site. You can drop down some Dwemer pipes and machinery and have it a Dwemer archaeology site. You can have it basically like a trade village over here. You could make it some sort of temple mystic site, and that's the problem. You can't do any one of those really well, and you can sort of do all of them kind of half-assed at times. It'll look like it's unfinished no matter what you do because there'll be gaps. And it isn't even so much the low number count for an area this size. I could live with that. It's not having the companions and the other follower count being so low. You can make this look like a decent farming Bandari outpost if you could put in a few more NPCs wandering around and a few more barn animals wandering around to make it look like people actually live there instead of just sort of curiously wandering around. I still have the crafting stations up, so I sort of have hope to come up with something, but I'm not sure. In the end, this will end up being like a lot of places. Just a great storage area for furniture you're not using but don't quite want to throw away yet. Like I could see looting this place for things like those hanging cloths, some of these little tent areas, stuff like that. It's a shame too. I really want to do something with this, but it's just surprising enough too much. If they had an area like this but smaller, it'd be great. Oh well. That's this rant for the housing. Let's go on to someplace I actually am happy with. And that's the Aquarian Alpine Gallery. Because this is a newer character, I'm getting all of these achievements. Okay, this is the Aquarian Gallery. I set this up to be like in a lodge house, uh, like the Elks or something, but more like the Illuminati or Golden Dawn or some weird Khajiit cult with their various statues. As always, you have the banker cat and the merchant cat or some version. Have our waitress here, the outdoor eating area. I have to fill in a few more items in here, but I don't want it so cluttered that it just looks like you're stuffing things in there for no reason. Again, this place could do well with a slightly higher limit of house guests. You can make it look more alive. Now I'm having to make a trade-off between service guests, like the banker cat and merchant cat, kind of fun and amusing guests like this guy right here.
Some like the family lost dregs at the bottom of the bottle, but I know a trick to make sure not a drop goes to waste. Azura gave her details for a reason, yes? I don't know what that reason was, but mine soaks up alcohol quite nicely.
I mean, really, how could I leave him out of there, or her, or whatever? But that's the choices you have to make. I have a few nice little seating areas here. My workstation. The back door to get into the kitchen. Another seating area. And of course the ritual center. With a funny looking globe here, which what this actually does is changes the attributes of your weapons and armor, but it looks way cooler than just use it for that alone. The other station for alchemy and potions and poisoning people. I guess this is where the initiates take their vows and things. To our little club. And where you finish off your initiation by sticking your hand in the fire or whatever they do, smacking the gong, and you're done. I like the idea of some sort of hideaway lodge for it to be a bit like secret society type. I thought this looked really good for that. Later on, when I get around to doing a few more improvements, I can put animals up top there, like a tiger or something, wandering around back and forth. You actually can get up there to do it, so I'll have to see what my pet limit is here for now. That's actually a pretty good looking dog. Glad I put him in here. I still have room to add things when I get inspired to do them. I like the more simpler, cleaner builds. And now we're inside. I'll have to add a couple more of these areas, say there. An office area, registration, waiting areas, our kitchen inside. Door out that goes out there, we saw that. Oh, and our wait staff wandering around over here. Meanwhile, our two scholars are being scholarly. And this is the meeting room with our various artifacts. And the council seats. And our plans to take over Tamriel. A commons area for guests and staff that guests and I guess staff who work here. And typical, like most of the older Northern European Renaissance areas, buildings, you have your sleeping quarters like this along the sides, plus some more for extra guests, and another eating, relaxing station. I need to put a few more of these knick-knack type things around, but overall I don't want to add too much more large clutter. Maybe improve that a little bit. But for the most part, most of these anywhere from 13th to 16th century North European homes or large estates like this weren't crammed full of stuff either. So, and now on to the last one. This, from the notice, is Panther Fang Chapel. I got it with the furnishings, mainly because I liked all the furnishings, the type of furnishings. I didn't feel like trying to recraft all of it. What I want to do here, I haven't touched this at all from the original, is make this a lot larger version of that meeting initiation room in the Aquarian Gallery. And so I have to make a bunch more of these, unfortunately. And chairs and that to fill this up a little bit more. Probably put like a desk type office area somewhere in here, or convert one of these to that. Down here, well, that's back to the Undercroft. That's kind of useless place there, but I'll do something with that too. I like creating little meeting cubicles. It makes a bit more sense really than having to sit there bare with some cabinet. And this is the rest of the estate. There's a lot of stuff you can do up here as far as gardening or making stuff look cool outside. The biggest problem with this is, like most of the larger builds, there's just not enough item slots to do it justice. You're going to have to be content with most likely leaving. What I'm going to do is leave the outsides natural, maybe put down a few lighting fixtures or something like that, or sort of like a stable or something. And I'll concentrate on working on the insides areas more. That I can use for a stable. Maybe the crafting area will be up here, but that's about as much as you can do with the outside. I don't want to go removing any of this stuff, the trees and that, because then that kills the whole atmosphere out here. So it's just best to leave it empty. I already have the beginning of the crafting set up, so when I bring my crafter over here to start making things, it'll be a lot easier for me to. And then once stuff is set up, I'll probably move most of this back over in that corner by the stables. Oh well, it's a project that'll go on for a year or so. Oh yes, I got our friend. You just had to get him. There's no choice. Just had to get him.
Many are the stories my eat knows. Some of them are even true.
Might have to move him over to the gallery too. And this is the fort. I'll make this. I'll add to this as a dining reception area. And use a lot of these small areas as offices. I don't know why they don't put down chairs. I guess I'll have to fill those in myself, along with any trophies or knickknacks and things. I'm just picking a direction and going to see where it leads. This is probably back down to the waterway about. Yep. Again, a shame. Another area you can't just do justice to down there because you just don't have the furnishing slots. Or at least they did try to help by adding this stuff in here. A lot of nice carpets. I won't have to fool around with that too much. This I'll make a little bit better gathering crowd area. I'm going to have to take some of these seating areas off and transfer them either down below over there and be satisfied with putting up, I don't know, paintings or something. Maybe more carpet. Certainly like these things. I wonder how much they would have actually cost getting them separately. The bed chambers could do a little better, I guess. Oh, this is the master bed chamber. We'll leave that as is. Okay, let's go see the battlement. minutes. Again, another area is going to be mostly bare for most people, unless they just do the outside only for decoration. Although I can see guilds using this to plop out via crafting stations. Oh, back inside, then go down to the ground floor. I don't know if I'd have bedrooms right off at the, I might move these upstairs and make this another office area and take some of those seating and tables down here, bring them down here. Yeah, okay. I like that painting. Place is almost worth it for the paintings alone. Well, no, not really, but still. A lot of this, as I said before, I'll leave, except rearrange some of the furniture, and then I'll add my own in. Khajiit furniture can work well with this too upstairs. I got a lot of that. Now let's see if Mike has any more words of wisdom.
It is often said that children should be seen and not heard. Yet it seems to my heat that children are neither seen nor heard in too many places.
Profound. Well, that was fun. Again, the reason why you own lots of these little hotel-like rooms is because you can fast travel anywhere without spending money, no matter where you're at. There's a few instances that it won't let you fast travel out of, but pretty much as you're wandering through Tamriel, acquire all those little one-room houses and get pretty much anywhere you need to.
Who wouldn't want such a cozy little home?
Oops. Although you have to remember where you're at. Darkness Falls, Chaos Spreads. God, sounds like a Black Sabbath song or something. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, and the next time we go adventuring with TeeZar, it'll be to level him up some more. Thanks for watching.